Well, hello everybody, and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. It is Monday, Easter Monday. Can you believe Bank Holiday Monday, and the Easter crew are still here? Yes, yes. We were here on Friday and we were here Monday as well. What do we deserve to get this? I don't know. But listen, it is brilliant to be here with you, and hopefully you had a great Easter. Hopefully you've eaten a lot, drunk a lot, celebrated, and you are ready for a crafty day. And we've got a brilliant day lined up for you, actually, a little bit different to perhaps what you were expecting on a Monday, because we've got somebody here with us who is normally here on a Wednesday, although the last time she was here with us, she was here on a Thursday. So it's all very confusing, but delighted to say that across the two shows today that we have, a Monday Makers and Right Now Masterclass, we've got the one and only, the marvellous Sheena with us, and it is going to be an awesome day today, isn't it, of just playing and whatever anyone wants to see, we're happy to do. Yes,
let's be interactive. Tell us what you want to see. Well, yeah. We've got stuff to play with, and you know what? I have got a plan. I've got a rough plan, right? Here's me thinking. Well, first of all, I'm very confused.
Confused?
Yes, because it was Wednesday, and like I need a little bit of structure in my life. I do. Just believe me. And then it was Thursday, and now it's Monday, and it's also Easter. What's happening?
I know.
I need chocolate ASAP.
Ah.
ASAP, emergency chocolate, Ben. Okay, I need it. But so the plan is, I'm thinking, we're going to go with baby steps. Let's start easy peasy, like, you know, simple, and then we'll take through. But you know me, I love a tangent.
Yeah.
I love a little detour, and I'm hoping the detours will come from you guys with like products we've got on the show. And if you're like, oh, can you do this with that? We'll try it. I don't mind looking daft for you. I do it often.
The thing is, there's no bosses in today. There's literally 6 people in the studio, in the building. So you know, we can do whatever we want, really. So whatever you want to see, just let us know, and we'll make it all about you. This show is all about fantastic Sheena products. So we've got the Lakeside stamps on the show. We've got Bella Luna essentials, garden visitors, Mother Earth, timeless leaves. You name it, we've got it. But as Sheena says, we've kind of got, I don't know, a bit of a plan, but hopefully you guys are going to say, can we see this? Can you do that? Can you try this? Can you try that? And we'll do it. That's what we're in the mood for today. One thing I must just mention is it is Last Chance Saloon to bag yourself some triple points. We've been doing that right across the weekend, of course, and last chance to do that is today, all ends midnight, wherever you are, but triple points on everything, not just on this show, right across the website. So whatever you're looking for, if it is craft room essential stuff that you need, again, get shopping today to pick up those triple points. Few hellos before we get started. We've got Radical Rachel on the socials today. Already in is Thea, who says, hoi hoi, hoi hoi. Christina Sayer says, hello Ben, Sheena and crew. Hello. Hi also to Jill from North Yorkshire. Hi to Stephanie Barnett, who says, good morning from Madison, Wisconsin. LQM says good morning from San Jose. Lois says good morning everyone from Ohio. And our newest helloer, who said hello on Friday for the first time, not Connie T, no, even newer than Connie T, is Tiffy. Yes, who says good afternoon everyone. Hello Tiffy. And also hi to Sharon Tidmus, who says hello all at CTV. Whoopee, a rare bank holiday off work and double Ben and Sheena day too. I mean, it doesn't get much better, does it? It doesn't get much better. I still can't believe I'm working 2 bank holidays. This never...
But you're not bitter, Ben, I can tell that.
Ever happens.
You haven't revisited that at all again yet already.
Sheena, I'm happy to be here. And actually, everybody in the building today, just for your viewing pleasure, We've worked right across the bank holiday weekend, haven't we?
Absolutely, me too.
You were in Friday.
I was Friday, yeah. And would have been driving on a Sunday up here, but I didn't. I did that this morning, so that was a nice early start. But you know what? We love it. We're a good laugh. We've had a lovely time. It's a nice, nice vibe. We're gonna enjoy it with you guys.
Yeah, we
hopefully.
are. I've got to admit, I feel a little bit woolly after the 2 days. We had family over, so a lot of chocolate, a lot of treats which I wouldn't normally eat. So go easy on me today. Also, just as by the by, if at any point later on in the day you happen to, want to see a furry friend on the show, we could make that happen, Sheena, couldn't we?
We could make it happen. She's already been in the building. The Willow.
The Willow Meister's in!
Yeah, and you know what? I was saying, she's perfect. She's such a good girl, but she'd probably bark at you. She came in silent as a mouse. She was like, not a word, and she was, so she'll be happy to be on camera because it's all about Willow.
Mm-hmm. So if you guys start going Willow in the comments, then we can get her in and she can do some stuff. Whatever you want today is what we said. Right, let's get into it. Kendall says, I'm so happy to have Sheena here on my birthday. Well, Kendall, a very happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Especially for you. You see, Sheena's here today. And we've already got some requests coming through as well, which is marvellous. So we will look at those as we go. We're going to start off there with the Lakeside stamp collection. 8 stamps in total here. Should be paying $31.95, almost $40, but you are at £24 or $29.60 if you're a platinum member. What an opportunity today as well to pick up maybe on past Sheena collections which you haven't got, which you thought about getting, but then you didn't jump in and get at the time, because you're still going to get amazing prices and you'll get your triple points if you're within Club Inspire as well. So perfect to jump in and grab these. You can see the designs that you're going to be getting within the collection. Give these a go, give these a try, pick up those triple points today. If you are brand new to us as well, don't forget to sign up to Club Inspire for absolutely nothing and pick up that 20% off too. But some fantastic designs you've got within this set. I said to you, Sheena, I feel like I've been here for a lot of your launches recently, but I think this collection must have escaped me. Maybe it was back in February when I was off, I think.
It must have been, Ben, because you said you'd missed them, didn't you? And you know what? I love the packaging in these ones. I think they just look so cool. And and you know what? They're really, I think we can all relate to these. So the first one was a picture taken at the lakes. It's a very, if you've been to the lakes, you'll know the scene. It's a seat that's there. I pulled a little few bits closer in to make it a tighter scene. And you can sit in that seat, you can look across the lakes, and you'll know the view. But it's in the UK, and it could be anywhere. It could be in the US. It could be one of the lakes there. It could be anywhere in the world that has a lake. Yeah. But it is a real place.
It is.
It is. We've been on our travels, and yes. There you go. That's what the first one.
That's your beautiful first scene. And you get sentiments with these as well, which is really cute. This next one, is that's a real scene as well, is it?
It is. You know, this is Ludlow. We had a gorgeous Ludlow. Yeah, we had a lovely holiday there. I think it was it last year, the year before? It was super, super hot, super sunny, and just beside this, at the bridge, there's a lovely little cafe restaurant. And I think when we launched these, there was a couple of people said, I know exactly what you're talking about. And there was these gorgeous two little ones there, and they were just playing. And we spoke to the parents and said, that is just such a lovely scene. We would love to capture that, and it would be lovely. And she said, yes, please do. And we added little bits and little, they were just paddling. So I added little buckets and spades and things there for them to play with, and and had a lovely time sitting there.
They're really super cute.
It was so hot.
Yeah.
Me being me in the vampire type skin that I have, I was looking with me and Willow for the shade. We were under a tree. But it was a gorgeous day. Yeah,
I think they're the kind of images, aren't they, that kind of take you back to a better place in time, and maybe sort of take you to places which are sort of similar to the places that you're seeing in the stamps here. This one's really beautiful as well. So this one is called Ducks in a Row. You know
where that one was? That was in Peterborough.
Was it really?
Yeah, that was the lake in Peterborough. That was at that camp. There's a big campsite, a caravan park.
Yeah. And
you can walk around the lakes and things. There's a big, nice nature reserve there. And the ducks there. Fab, isn't it? Cool.
I only know one road in Peterborough. You probably know the road that I know. Yeah. And I never went any further than that road in Peterborough, so I know nothing else about it.
Well, having a camper van, you see. Yeah. You see, and you wouldn't think this place existed in Peterborough. It's like an oasis. It's like You would not believe how gorgeous and big this place is. It's actually, there's the Neen Valley Railway. It goes through there and everything. And it's really lovely. Yeah, fab.
Well, that's your ducks in a row. And then lastly, in the collection is the beautiful...
Right. Well, that was not Peterborough.
Memories.
That
wasn't
you would
Peterborough.
not find. Don't look for that in Peterborough, Ben.
No.
You'll be a bit. You would maybe a while. That was not Peterborough. That was then Limone in Italy.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, that was Limone in Italy, and it was in those evenings when the sun's just going down, but where you colour that, it could be any time of the day. Depends on how you colour. And when I drew that, I had to get those shadows on the boat, on the water, really strong. I wanted that really heavy, but it's always a compromise on how much line work do I do, because you still want places to colour. So it was enough shading to make it look real, but not that much that there isn't room for you to colour the thing in and change all the different colourways for you to make that look like it could look like a holiday postcard.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Could be lots of hot places, but not Peterborough.
It just looks so far and away from the one road that I know in Peterborough. I could believe that there would be ducks in Peterborough, but not that. Not that place. Or maybe that was just the road along from where I used to go. But anyway, you're going to get all of those, all 8 stamps in total for just £24 or £29.60. Again, check the web if you want to go individually on those, but you will get triple points on whatever you purchase today. And we're going to get on to have a look at these. Yes to Willow, says Jerry. Willow, Willow, we want Willow, says Jill. Willow, 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 says Cindy. And Lynn says, we would love to see Willow. So I think so far, yes to Willow.
Willow it is then.
Later on. Let's do some crafting first, though. Which of the stamps are you going to be using?
I think we'll do the seat. The seat. Yeah, let's do that one, because I think that one could be used in lots of different circumstances. I think it's a good wish you were here card. It's a good retirement card. It could even be, we don't want to think of them, but sympathy cards. You know, it's just one of those things. And I'm. Like I said, the plan was in my head. I go back to, I love teaching, I used to love my training days, and with that, I like to start off with a journey, starting off easy peasy, and then building on skills and building on confidence. I think that's important. Most of the time, the limits that are there, the ones you put on yourself, not that you can't do it, it's that you think you can't. So if you start off with something and you go, well, that was easier than I thought. It was like, yeah, I told you it was. So we'll start off with monochrome stamping. Now, loads of you, and I know you'll have done this, but there's things to know to make it more successful than others. That you're going to get a better result more often than not. So the first thing to know is that to get the right card. And often I forget to say this, because I just usually say it in a blanket statement. Just take it as read that it's usually going to be the watercolour card. Yeah. Because my colouring product of choice will be water-based. I love a water-based colouring product. And I know the Spectrum Noir alcohol-based range is fantastic, but if I'm left to my own devices, I love a bit of watercolour card. Yeah. And you can use the multi-purpose, but this just works even better than the multi-purpose for moving the colour around the surface, for blending over the surface. And I'm also going to use the rocker blocks, and I'm using the extra large rocker block. And if I'm on my travels, if I'm in the van, if I'm doing a bit of crafting on road, I'll only carry the one rocker block. Even if I'm getting a bargain, right, I'll carry the one rocker block, because I can stamp even the smallest of stamps with the extra large rocker block. You can't do that with an acrylic block, Ben.
No, very true.
Yeah. And I'll also be using, it's coming, Roland Landercole brushes.
They're on the show as well.
There you go. That's
Always.
what I'm going to be using. So that's what I've got set up. And before I even get to my ink pads, okay? So I've got a choice of ink pads to use as well, Ben. We've got a deal on them, haven't we?
We certainly do, yeah.
Shall I show you them?
Yeah, absolutely. I can get those out for you as well if I've got them under it. I have.
All right, then. Yeah. Go on, then.
Oh, am I doing it, or are you doing it?
Go on, you do it, Ben. You do it, Ben. Go on. Seen enough of me at the minute, and then I'll crack on with this. Go on.
Just worth bearing in mind as well, the rocker blocks that we've got, they are one of our, I think, 5 Monday mega deals that we've got for you a little bit later on. I think it's 5. Got me doubting myself now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4. It's nearly 5. 4. But yes, we have also got your 7 set of your water reactive ink pads. So the colours you're going to get within this collection are as follows. You're going to get your straw bale. You've also got your baby blue. You've got smoked pearl, anthracite. You've got spar blue. Some lovely colours in here. Damson wine. And the one, did you just pick this one up? Friar Brown is the one that you've got within that set. So all 7 of those for £23.20 or £35.20, plus your triple points as well. Right, back to you.
Fabulous. All right then, Ben, so I'm all set to go. So the one I'm going to use here, I'm going to do a monochrome stamp, and I'm going to go with smoked pearl. It's actually darker than I thought it was, which is nice because it's softer than black. Now, little tip, if you're going to do this monochrome stamping, with black. It's one of the trickiest colours to control because, you know, you're going to be getting all the tonal values from the darkest version of that ink to the lightest version, depending on how much water and how wet you make it. So when you think of black, you can't get any darker tonally than black. So there's going to be a lot of drama there if you don't control it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you want to make it a little bit easier for yourself, come down a shade or two, which is going to be like or up a shade or two, which is going to be something like this darkish grey, the warm dark grey. And let me show you what it looks like actually on this piece of card here. That's more what we're looking at there.
Yeah.
You see, it's softer. Now this stamp it's stained a little bit. I'm hoping it's just stained and it's not got any ink on it. And I've been told I'm the noisiest stamper, possibly
I can't hear you.
in the craft world. And it's probably a fair cop.
How do you know when you've got enough ink on it?
Probably about 10 minutes of that and you know you're done.
Yes.
But you know what? What makes it worse is the glass mat. You know, if I put a bit of padding underneath it, it wouldn't sound quite as dramatic. So what
could have turned your microphone off as well, couldn't they, to make it sound less?
Yeah, exactly, yeah, but they're making us look bad. Yeah, I was framed.
Oh, dear.
What? So what I'm doing now, Ben, while this ink, before it dries too much, I'm taking my brush, my number 6 Royal and Langnickel, and I've got it virtually dry, okay? That's important, because if it's too wet, you won't have that control. It's amazing how little moisture you need on the brush to get that ink to move, okay?
Yeah.
You're not using the brush wet, you're using it just damp, really. Hardly any water on there at all, because if you have it too wet, it'll run away from you and it'll be just a splodgy mess, and you'll lose all the definition and the line work that you don't want to lose at all. You still want to see little squiggles of grass in there, but see how quick it is. And if this doesn't work with every stamp, it works with the more realistic, artistic representation stamp that I draw for you. With the shading, can you see the bark on the trees where I've given you the texture of the bark, so the line work is in the direction of the bark of the trees, but it's also more concentrated on the left side of that tree, which makes that tree look 3D. So you can clearly see, this is in shadow, right?
And just watching the amount of water you're putting on it, it's literally just like I'm just watching a tiny dab. You're kind of like tapping it off on the side of your pot and then wiping it on your tissue.
Absolutely. Let me bring that in shot, Ben, so you can see even better. So if I'm wetting this, right, watch, I'm putting that on and it's virtually absorbing everything that's on that brush. And then I'm literally, because this brush, this shrub here is more scribbly. Can you see it's not linear? I'm doing little circular motions there. Circular it's going. Instead of there I'm going linear.
Linear
like
and circular, my love.
Side to side instead of circular.
Okay.
And so follow the direction of the movement of the design that the artist has given you. And then you kind of keeping consistent with that. Can you see the rock there? So we can give that more form, and it becomes like it's got solidity to it, it's got dimension. This one here, when we use again little circles so that it looks more solid, and it's filling that in, and it doesn't look transparent anymore. But can you see now, when you half close your eyes, when you look at that scene now, it looks, it's got tone and depth to it. So the first time I used to do this was, you know, at school when they used to sit you in the still life at school.
Oh,
you
right.
used to sit down. They always used to have like certain things. And back in my day, just saying, if you know, around, if you want to admit to my age, you know, and then
What, 40?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
that's the one.
I thought
and
so.
If you're in denial, that's I completely understand why you would be. But you know, we would be sitting there, and they'd have like they'd have a bit of fruit. You'd always get like a spider plant back in the day.
Yeah.
They loved a spider plant when I was a young one. You'd always have spider plants everywhere. And that was also in the day of macrame. We'd have a bit of macrame.
Yeah.
But on the still life, there'd be a spider plant. Sometimes even, you know, like a Chianti bottle or something.
Yeah, bottle of wine, fruit bowl.
Absolutely. And then you'd have to sit there and draw with a graphite pencil, a 2B usually, graphite pencil.
2B, yeah.
2B. And that was what you were doing, was trying to get different shades tonally from that one pencil. And that's what you, but now we're doing the same kind of thing, but in a more fun way, with just that one ink pad.
What was the colour of that again, Lynn's asking?
This was the anthracite.
Anthracite.
It wasn't. I was going to use anthracite. Completely wrong. Absolutely not. I did ponder anthracite because I did think anthracite might have been a bit darker. As it happens, smoked pearl was the one I went with.
Okay.
I pondered anthracite. So what you can do now is you can look at that, and what I used to do back in the day when I used to sketch was take my glasses off, look at what I'd drawn at a distance, yeah, and so what you're looking at is none of the detail. You're not seeing any detail. What you're looking at then is solid form. It's just solid shape and form.
Yeah.
So now I just take my glasses off and you see solid shape and form. But what you can do to make that more dramatic is take your ink pad now and then splodge some onto your mat and then like kind of soup it up a little bit, you know, bump up the contrast, right? So I'm going to take some of this and I'm going to make that even more dramatic, this tree. I'm going to say, right, let's go for even darker shadows here. So I'm going even more dramatic. So can you see, even just that simple technique that I bet if you're a stamper, it'll just be a matter of time before you do this technique. I'm sure it really will, because it's such a good technique and it's such a quick technique. It's so effective that why would you not? But I love it when there's always something else you can do to it to make it look even better, don't you?
Absolutely.
And
it's great to see a lot of people already just saying how much they're loving the show. We've got some requests coming through as well, which we will tackle. Christina says, I'm using my ink pads with a little bit of water right now, and I find it so relaxing, says Christina Sayer.
Cool. Fantastic. It is. You know what? When you just, sometimes you don't want to give yourself too much brain work, do you?
That's
you know,
it. Especially on a bank holiday.
A bank holiday. You know, you've probably just had a bit too much chocolate.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, okay, I'm just like, you know, can't be doing it today. Thanks very much. And that's fine. So just keep it simple, but still have fun.
And are you up for going to different places to get these next set of images? Because our Rachel's asking if you've ever been to Rutland Water. She says there's a gorgeous church there in Normanton that would make a gorgeous Sheena stamp.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, we've got the camper van.
Yeah.
It's actually in the car park as we speak.
It is.
And absolutely, we that's what we love to do, is go out, take pictures. We have a cupboard in the camper van that has the sketchbooks, and we usually say to pack light. We have a rule, and one of us, I'm just saying, not me, isn't usually the light packer. We'll say like, right, we've got these art bags we bought and also of course the sketch pack is perfect. We've got one of those each now, so it'll be like, because you have to pack like with some restriction, do you not?
Yeah.
Just saying, you know. So we have the cupboard and we have the packs that we think, well, we'll just take the essentials. So minimum colouring products, and what you're going to take with the sketchbook wise, and then also the phone for the camera, and off we go. And that'll be it. We're going to just really look forward to that. And we've had a drone, you know, a drone.
What, is it a drone?
A drone,
You've got a drone?
Drone, yeah. Well, Maria's got a drone.
Who's the drone
Maria's the drone flyer.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Well, we've only flown it a couple of times because she was poorly not long after we got the drone.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. So if you hear this little thing and you see this like little, you know, drone going, that's so check out the.
Is it in the van now?
No, we'll have to, but we'll come back. We're coming back up here, so we'll
yeah.
come and visit and you come and play with the drone in the car park with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
This gets even better. There's a
Doesn't it
dog
get
to
better?
play with. There's
Yeah,
a
with
drone
all
to
the
play with.
drone as
What other stuff can you
well.
bring that we can play with?
Yeah. Next show on the 18th, and
Yeah.
back on the 18th, it'll be in the car park.
Yeah.
With me, Ben.
Yeah.
Willow,
Willow.
Maria and the drone. We'll do a bit of crafting in between.
You could do like a giant piece of artwork on the car carpet floor, and we'll fly over it with the drone at the
remember
end.
Tony Hart and Vision On?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
With that white line mark I used to do.
Yeah. And Craig and I always talk about Neil Buchanan from Art Attack. And he
Yes,
used to do the same, where
that's
he'd build
right.
like a massive mural
Yeah,
and then
that's
the camera going over the top. So that's coming your way on, what date is that? Sheena, we're
That is
doing
on
all
the 18th of
18th of
April.
Tune in.
It's better, doesn't it? Yeah. It can only be seen from about 500 feet by the drone.
We'll get all the people kind of coming to work on the 18th. It's like, oh, sorry, you can't park in the company car park. We're using it for the show. Yeah.
It's really funny, you know, because drone language, they'll say like you're piloting the drone.
Oh,
And
yes.
it's like the flight, and like, yeah, you're the pilot, and the craft.
Oh,
It's really
yes.
funny, yeah. It's like, I just had visions. I'm going to get Maria like a leather helmet and goggles
Yes.
and one of those scarves, like
Yeah,
Biggles.
that comes like Biggles, yeah.
Yeah, chucks away.
Chucks away, what?
Oh, tally ho.
Tally ho.
Off with the drone.
Do you do it all from your? Is it all like an app on your phone? Then you like?
Yeah,
you,
it's brilliant.
You drive
it's
it, fly it.
The thing, the remote goes there, and then you open it, you put your phone in,
Yeah.
and it's got the altitude thing and everything.
Wowee.
Oh, but you can do these shots, and you press the button, and it goes whew, straight up, and then circles around you, and it can even follow you, and everything. Yeah. Wow.
Right. 18th of April, everybody. It's going to be an amazing show.
Yeah. Or it can just get lost, and you might never see it again.
Yeah.
The drone's somewhere over the Highlands of Scotland now.
Yeah. What are you doing right now?
Right, what I'm doing,
you're destroying
Ben,
your
it's just another,
picture.
yeah. Well, I thought I'd just carry on. So it's another little technique you can do, which if you want to make it look like you've sketched it and it looks a bit more, because that looks quite graphite-y, doesn't it, that colour? If you tear the page like this, just inside that line, and then you can ink it around the outside, so it looks like, you know, like watercolour paper. You know, when you tear watercolour paper, don't you? And then you can mount it on your card like that. You can either just mount it like this on a piece of white card again, so that you've got a different look. You see, like that?
Oh, okay.
Or you can take your ink pad, same ink pad, and then just catch the side like that.
Nice.
And it gives it a completely different presentation and an inexpensive but quick way to, you know, things that you just forget and you go, okay, I'll matte and layer it and I'll put another layer of it, I'll put a bit of mirror behind it and I'll do. But it's simple, it's clean, it's quick, but it just suits, I think, that style really nicely, don't you think?
Absolutely,
and then you can
yeah.
just put a nice little greeting underneath that.
Love that.
And you've got a really tranquil scene, simply, quickly. So that's the first suggestion of the day.
Absolutely marvellous. Love that so much. Thank you, everyone, for all the lovely comments coming through. Let's read some of these, and also we can ask some questions as well. I've seen a few people, and I knew this would come up, and I don't see any reason why we can't do this at some point. Have a guess what technique a lot of people want to see you do.
Draw the line.
Correct.
Yay! Okay, let's do it.
We'll do that, definitely do that today. As I said, we'll get that done. A lot of people want to see Willow, who we will, at some point, I'm sure, either if not in this show, later, introduce you to her. And a lot of people now suggesting places where you want Sheena to go with her drone. I'm glad Sheena is on today, says Marsha. I really enjoy her demos. And also Cindy says, I love it when Sheena and Ben are in the house, we did have some questions. Let me quickly find these. And Margaret says, Sheena, can you explain really ink pads you used on the leaf embossing folder when I was with you at Evesham.
Oh yeah, right. So I haven't got that leaf and folder here. I tell you what I do have. I've got the Bella Luna one.
Okay.
I haven't done it with that one yet.
We'll do that later?
Yeah, we could have a try later, and else we can see if it'll work with that. Okay. Why not?
Excellent stuff.
Come back to it.
And Christine is saying another place you should go and visit is Burley House in Stamford. Apparently there'd be some good images there to draw. She says, I grew up there and it's stunning.
Very nice.
So,
okay, brilliant. Keep them coming.
Yeah,
we need to capture these. We need to, because, you know, out and about. And you, when you've got the van, you want to find little places that are like off route and stuff, don't you? Yeah. So do you want to see you draw the line now, or do you want to see garden visitors?
Well, I think we're going to have a look at some pictures and then we'll let... that's not really my... Producer Nicola, you'll have to decide. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to look at some pictures, then we're going to go for a break and we're going to decide in the break, so you won't know what we're going to do until you come back. Don't forget though, triple points on everything. Let's look at some pictures that you guys have been sending in. We did not ask for pictures of pets today, but whoever sent in this picture, thank you very much. Oh, Sharon, this is your son's 5-month-old dog. Is Maple oh, not what I was going to say. A Eurasian? Oh, a Eurasian. She's very cute. I've never seen
that breed before.
Yeah, I haven't. Looks sort of like a cross between like a German Shepherd and a Husky.
Yeah.
Look at that little face. I'm assuming Maple's a little girl.
Beautiful.
Very cute.
Maple.
Love little Maple. Thank you. Feel free to send in pictures of pets today. We're all up for that. And then Rosalind has decorated the sides of her ink pad storage trays to keep them stuck together. You
see, I stuck mine together, but they're not as pretty. I just used tape on mine.
Do you know when I first saw that picture? Do you ever do that when you look at a picture and you're trying to work out what it is?
Yeah.
I thought that was a city skyline. That's where I am today.
Right, okay.
I thought that was buildings. I was like, why is Rosalind sitting in a picture of some... Oh, no, it isn't. It's ink pad trays. Yeah. Far too much chocolate for me over the course of the weekend. And here we go. Your ducks in a row. Thea's been
lovely.
Creative. That's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, perfect. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. That's like Lisa's monochrome card there. And you should mention, if you want more inspiration for all these things, join the enquests as well.
That's it.
All on there.
Lovely, friendly, crafty group over on Facebook. Yeah. And this is Peterborough again.
That's Peterborough. You know where you turned left?
Yeah.
If you turned right.
Ah, if only I'd known. All of this time. And this is very clever. So Thea's taken the stamp that you've just done and then done it in different seasons of the year.
Ah, very cool. Yeah, I love that. They kind of Andy Warhol-esque, but not as like the psychedelic colours, but regular colours. Love it.
Excellent. Everyone, keep these pictures coming in. We love it. If you've done anything recently with any Sheena product, we'd love to see your take, your project, your card, whatever it might be. And as always, feel free to send in photos as well. Sarah says, did someone say more photos of puppies? Yes, that would be me that said that. Love that last technique, says Pat. Thank you, everybody. Loads of lovely comments coming through for today. We're going to take a short break, give you opportunity to get your carts and your baskets checked out if you've got anything in them. And when we come back, we'll be doing one of two things. Which will we be doing, though? You'll find out in about 4 minutes' time.
Day to day looks like, on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee. And flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. dare I say it, a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
I like to get up, chill, relax, get a cup of tea, then get myself sorted. And if I'm presenter, I'll write all my notes. If I'm the demonstrator, I'll get my prep out, have another look at it, make sure that everything is the way it needs to be for the show, do the show. Then what I'll do is I'll grab something to eat, then have another look at the sheets again, making sure the next show's all good to go. Then we do that show, tidy. I always like to make sure that the area is nice and tidy, either for myself the next day or whoever's in. Jump in the car, head home. I will quickly unpack what I need to unpack, and then I get on that sofa as quick as I can. As soon as we go live, I love that within our live shows, I always get the butterflies. As soon as we get that countdown in our ear that we're just going live, butterflies kick in, and within about 10-15 seconds, I'm going. Butterflies have gone, and we just enjoy the show. Early riser. Oh, shower in the morning. Tea. Oh, savoury breakfast. Masterclass. My mobile phone. Oh, anything with chicken. Currently, it is the weekend, Blinding Light, and it has been for about a couple of years, and I still love it. Apart from jumping in the car, chilling on the sofa, watching TV.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for all the lovely comments coming through. Cindy says, I watched Sheena on Hobby Maker over the weekend and I could watch her all day long. That's a good job, because she's here all day long. Did you have fun down at Hobby Maker?
Sorry?
Did you have fun down at Hobby Maker?
Yeah, I did. You know, it was, I have fun wherever I go, yeah. And it's lovely people, you know, it's nice to just catch up. And I don't get out much, so, yeah, I just talk 50 miles an hour to everybody. Yeah.
And Maria's watching as well. Maria says, oi, oi, people, happy Easter Monday.
Yay!
Yeah. Right, let's move on and have a look at this next collection, the Garden Visitors. Now, we've done this in such a way today that you actually, it works out that you're getting the stencils for free, I believe, within this particular bundle. I've got to say, one of my favourite of your launches of recent times.
Garden Visitors. Yeah, you know, they're all lovely, aren't they? I mean, and the thing is, as I love little little creatures. Yeah. And I wanted to draw different little creatures and things.
That's the genius about this collection for me. It's all very different creatures.
They're all
that you
completely
don't
different. And a collection that's got a snail in it. Come on, how often? You don't get that many snails in a collection, do you?
You do not get
that many snails.
Any snails. I don't think I've ever seen any snails in this collection. I mean, that obviously isn't a snail.
Yeah,
a snail is coming just a few minutes' time.
And the thing is I wanted them to be pretty, whatever they are. They've all got their own beauty. Yeah. So the flowers are part of the environment you're going to find them in. But it's also to show their inner beauty as well. So whatever they are, they've got their own beauty.
So there's your little mouse. That one is actually called Have a Mice Day.
Oh, yeah, but the wording, yes, I apologise now. You have to have a sense of humour and a certain sense of humour.
Wild Thing. Down, 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 down. But I mean, how stunning is that? Again, beautiful size stamps as well. It's lovely that you've got the die to be able to cut them out. And then they've all come with their own little sentiments as well. So Born to be Wild. You've also got Wild Thing and Let Your Dreams Blossom. So that's your fox. Next up is the beautiful Nuts About You, which is that stunning squirrel. And again, huge size stamp. You've got your die to be able to cut that out, plus some really cool sentiments as well. Hey there. You've also got Nuts About You and You're My Kind of Nuts.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think squirrels are they're just funny. They're comical, aren't they?
Yeah.
The way they move. They're like,
oh, yeah.
They're just like, they're erratic.
Well, what was that advert from a few years back when there was the... He's going across the washing line, wasn't he?
You can't not hear it, can
No.
you? Every time you see it. We've got one in the garden that does the same thing. Yeah, it's brilliant. Love watching. Can't remember what the advert was.
This one's your owl,
Yeah.
which is called You're a Hoot.
Yeah.
That's a tawny, isn't it?
Think so, with the ears. Yeah.
He is. And again, lovely sentiments with this. You're owlsome.
You're awesome.
Also, you've got You're a Hoot, hello, and loads more. Then you're going to get, I'm saving the snail till last because, I mean, it's absolutely genius putting a snail into a collection. But you've got your beautiful rabbit there as well. Be Hoppy.
Be hoppy. Don't worry. Be hoppy.
Be Hoppy.
Don't worry.
Be hoppy. And lastly...
Brian.
Brian. That was the snail from...
That was
Magic Roundabout.
Time for the Robin. That was Magic Roundabout, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Zebedee and Ermintrude the cow.
Yes. What was the what was the rabbit?
Magic Roundabout, wasn't it?
Dylan the rabbit, wasn't it?
Dylan the rabbit, yeah. That was based on Bob Dylan.
Was it actually?
It was Bob Dylan, yeah. He was always under the tree with his guitar, and he was a little bit like
Away with the
for wear
fairies.
most of the time.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh.
Anyway, this is Brian. Brian says, be your own kind of beautiful, take it easy, and this is genius. Good slimes ahead.
So good slimes ahead. Good, isn't it?
I'm going to resist telling my terrible snail joke because I think I told it last time we had this collection and it went down.
I think you should tell it again, Ben. Go on, Ben. Ben, go on, Ben. Please, Ben.
Did you know, Sheena, back in the day,
What?
I used to race snails.
Did you, Ben?
Yeah, and I had this one particular snail who wasn't going fast enough.
Really?
So I thought what I'd do is
Yeah.
I'd take his shell off to see if he'd go faster.
Okay.
So I did,
Yeah.
but unfortunately just made him more sluggish.
Wow! Yeah! Whey!
Thank you. No snails. I didn't actually do that before anyone types and goes, oh, I can't believe you did that to a snail. It's just that never really, and I didn't have them. No. Next up in this collection is your foliage frame. This, I think, is such a useful die to have, die and stamps to have, not just within this collection, but I think
It's a
it
worker
spans
one.
everything, doesn't it?
Yep. You know what? If I'm creating a die with a set,
Yeah.
and that's why they usually sell out first. You know, when you buy them individually.
Yeah.
Or that happens. And it's usually because you get that as well as a paper crafter, as a stamper, you look at the dies and go, yeah, they're going to work with all the other stamps, and that's one of them, as Ben said. What Ben said.
Yeah, what he said. What he said over there.
Yeah.
And then you're also going to get in this collection 3 beautiful stencils, but actually you're getting these for nothing within the bundle. And I say 3 stencils, but as you'll see with the designs, it's not like one stencil as such, is it? Because you've got multiple designs across the sets.
That's the other thing I thought of. You know, it's like I reluctantly switch on my brain sometimes. And I did. I clicked it into gear when I'm designing because I want value for money and I want to play as long as I can, and I want to keep getting inspired as long as I can with my investment. And like that one, for example, that's to layer. Okay, so you're going to do your swirly things, and obviously with stencils, you're going to turn them over, you're going to use them at different angles, and then you can put your little circles over that, so you can fold bleach backgrounds and things like that. In fact, we could play with that one as well and show you how they could work. Yeah.
What's quite nice about this bundle, as I said, is, I mean, well, A, it's just a beautiful bundle, but B, the deal on it is today is that you're getting the stencils within the set for absolutely nothing. Platinum price £95.14 or £111.72. You'll get triple points again today, which is brilliant. I can safely say that last time we had this collection on, you didn't have triple points, so it's a really great day to be able to pick that up and gain those extra points within Club Inspire. But that is only for today, and as we've discussed, if you want individual items from any of these collections, the majority of them available for you over on the website. Just hit the shop the show, and you should be able to pick all of those up. Paul Prince ×4 says, I love the Garden Visitors collection. Anne says, I've sent in a picture of the card I made with the bunny. We shall have a look at that very shortly. And Sherry Miller says, Sheena is a real hoot today. She's always a real hoot, isn't she? She's a real hoot. But let's get going and have a look at the next demo. What are you going to show us, Sheena?
Well, there's quite a bit in this one. You know what? And I'm thinking it's going to be a bit longer than I thought.
Oh.
Yeah, because what I've done is I've already stamped the owl from this collection, and I've used the pebble finesse. So the finesse, and I love the fact that you don't have to be Hercule Poirot or Miss Marple. It actually says on here, waterproof dye. So I know I'm using water-based products, so I know that I'm going to be fine with that waterproof dye. I'm going to go anywhere when I colour it in. And the pebble is just a warm, dark brown colour. So I've stamped this guy out using the rocker block. So I just did that while Ben was talking. So I did that with the rocker block, perfect first time. And that's going to be cut out in a minute, because in that collection you also get the outline, so that it's going to be cut out all together. The next thing is I have that collection here with the floral frame.
Yeah.
And in there you've got the frame, you've got the wording, and you've got the little dies, as well as this little stamp collection here that I've already put on my rocker block, which I'm about to stamp now. So cover your ears, because it's going to get loud again, just saying. So incredibly loud inking up of the stamps. And, you know, I just put them all on together. I'm not going to do them all individually. And this is when, as well, these little ones, if you've got a few bits to go through your die cutting machine, you might as well put them all through together. Yeah, is put them through like a few at a time. So these now are going to go, and I'm going to tape them on there with a little bit of this low-tack tape. Yeah. And they're going to go through the machine. Oh, I've just thought, you know what, I'll have to find the place. Oh, what am I like? They're there somewhere, yeah.
I can probably get them.
Oh, I think they're right down there, actually. I'm just building up the drama. Ah. Oh, the drama. What a drama,
What
queen.
a drama. What a commotion.
Oh, what a
Is the machine turned on as well?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course it is.
April Fools!
As if I wouldn't turn the machine on. God.
Just let us know as well, by the way, if you've fallen for any April Fools pranks today. I know there were a few out there. There might have been one on our page. I just find the world is such a crazy place nowadays. I feel like April Fools has sort of lost its magic a little bit, because there's so much crazy stuff going on 365 days of the year that any day could be April Fools with some of the news that comes out.
Yeah,
you know.
my life. Well, my birthday, my brother always reckons he got the day wrong anyway, because my birthday is the 6th of April, and he always reckoned that was the actual April Fool day.
You're the April Fool.
Rude.
That is
That's what you get for having an older brother, isn't it? Yeah. Did you remember that old one back in the day? I think one of the classics was the spaghetti tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that one?
Was that on Panorama or something?
It was Panorama or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. Oh, you know what? Oh, did you see what I just did then, Ben?
What did you do then?
My brain could not process, right? Oh, you see, this is one of Sheena's classic TV moments, right? Yeah. I couldn't get the die to fit, and you know why, guys? I hadn't turned it over.
Upside down.
Hello. And I was like turning it, rotating it. All I had to do was turn it round the right way, so the cut line was against the card.
Is that how they work?
Yeah, apparently. You know
That's what
I've
been doing wrong.
Hey, I tell you what, Ben, I've done some doozies, honestly. One time, I actually inked the wrong side of a stamp.
Did you actually?
I did. True.
On telly?
On telly.
Brilliant.
On telly. And the presenter had that much faith in me, he didn't even question it. That's how bad it was. Well, I was doing a technique.
Some new technique she's doing.
Yes,
I'll just let her go with it. Yeah.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to let her carry on. She knows, you know, she'll be doing it a while.
That's
she'll
the
be
thing.
fine.
You've got so much respect, Sheena, you see, in this industry that people just never
she'll be
question
fine.
you. You could do anything.
Yeah. And actually, well, in my defence, what I was doing, I took the stamp off the thing, and it was to hold against something. Yeah, that's my defence anyway. So let me remember what I'm doing here. Right, yes, that's what I'm doing here. So I'm going to pop that there. I'm going to pop that on there like that, and I think, oh, that will go through. Yes, of course, because it's the big machine.
Big one.
Of course it'll go through.
Yeah, it will go through.
I'm fine. I'm going to cut that through there. You know, if I hadn't done a monologue, I'd look much cooler, wouldn't I?
Well, I don't know. That's what I like about you. All just comes out.
I just can't wing it, can I? So now we've got these little guys all cut out.
Perfect.
And you've got all your little things there ready. Now these are going to go on my on that nice frame that I'm going to do, but I'm going to cut that one out of Mui cord because I want that really blingy Ben. Okay.
Just as you're starting to do the demo with the owl, we've got some birds. Sounds like they're gathering up on the roof here at Crafters TV. So seagulls again, isn't it? Always the seagulls that are so far from the sea.
Yeah.
You're in the wrong place, lads.
Well, it is a bit rainy though, Ben.
That's what they say, isn't it? When they come in and it's a bit miserable.
Yeah, very
they sort of
rainy.
come in.
So what we like for time, right? So what I'm thinking of, shall we start colouring this guy in with the technique? Yeah. And then we might do a little bit more later with the other dyes.
Okay.
Right. So what I'm thinking to do something a bit different again. Keeping it simple, you're building on the monochrome thing.
Oh, yeah.
So we used an ink pad with the last one.
Ooh,
so
okay.
let's use a pencil for this one.
Is that from the, looks like the pencil from
well,
the...
you know the sketch pack?
Sketch pack, yeah.
This isn't the one from the sketch pack. You know when I said I'd already bought everything from that? Yeah. This was the one I already had in my kit that I carry around with me.
Okay.
So that just shows that, you know, it was all, as I said, everything that was in there I already had, but it is the same as that clutch pencil that you had, or the lead holder as they call it. And it's all I'm doing is I'm looking at where I've got the shading on the owl. Look where there's more, by the shading I mean look where there's more texture to suggest where the feathers are. So underneath his like a little chin there where his neck is, where you've got that definition. So where his head and then his neck meets, there's more line work.
So the clues are there for you, aren't they? For people who struggle to do this, just follow what you've drawn for us, isn't it, really?
That's it. So there's enough clues there that you can read the stamp, and that's me little tagline I've been using for a few years now. Before you even start, have a look at the stamp and see if is it what I call like a cookie cutter stamp, which is, imagine a cookie cutter, biscuit cutter, that's just an outline, yeah? So they're quite naive, though. Those would be for like paper piecing or things like that, where there's no line work, there's no shading inside it. It's all there, open, yeah? There's no depth or shading in it at all. And that's one kind of stamp. Or has it got something in there to suggest form and dimension, and if it has, then make it work for you. And already you can see that already looks like it's got more solidity to it, doesn't it? And then you can take a little paper stump, and if you want to just take that you've put on there and just blend it a little bit like that. Yeah. So just a little bit of it just need a few. It's like when you use like water-based pencils, you know, watercolor pencils. You just put a tiny little bit down, don't you? You don't colour the whole thing with your pencil. You just put a little bit of colour where you sort of need it, and let the water do the rest, blend it out. Yeah. Similar thing to the graphite pen. You just put in a little bit where you want it in the darkest areas, and then you're using the stump to smush it out, to press it out into a little few more areas to give it that little more dimension there. So he's coloured, so he's monochrome, but we're going to use a riot of colour in the floral bit, and to do that we'll use the sparkle, the Spectrum Raw Sparkle, shall we not?
Yeah, let's do it.
So we've got a whole selection here of sets, and I think I'm going to use We'll use that one and that one predominantly.
These are all on the show as well, the sparkle pens.
Absolutely. And you know what? I've loved sparkle pens for many, many, many years. Shall I go ahead and use them and then you can talk about them? Or do you want to talk about them first?
You go for it and I'll talk about them
Alrighty
afterwards.
then. So I'm going to use it. So basically, all the good stuff's held in this. So when they're brand new, they're going to look like this guy here. And they've got that little thing there, which means it's sealed, okay? They're all sealed. So what you do is you give them a good shake anytime you use them before, and always put the lid on when you shake them, or your neighbours will not thank you, or the decoration in your room will not thank you.
Somebody messaged about that very recently who'd made that mistake.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I did that with ketchup in someone else's kitchen. I told you that, didn't I?
No, you didn't tell me that.
Oh, Ben, yeah. Actually,
You shook
she's
the
still my
ketchup bottle?
friend like 40 years later. Yes, that was my friend in California.
How did...
Sue Crockett, I still apologise now. Yeah. Yeah. That's why you had to leave America.
That's why you had to leave,
That's why I don't live there anymore. I apologise to all Americans.
Oh, no.
So what you do is when they're brand new, it's sealed, so you're safe when it's sealed. But what happens is what you do is you unscrew that, you take that little green band off there, and then you screw that back onto there, which pierces this bit and that, put that bit, pierces that bit, put the lid back on.
Yeah.
Give it a shake.
Where did the ketchup go then? Is it over the ceiling or over the walls?
It was all over the wall. And at the time, it was paper. It was wallpaper as well. And I still can see it. It was like a buttermilky kind of colour.
Yeah.
Like pale buttermilk with like a tiny little bit, like a Laura Ashley little tiny pattern on it. With red ketchup. It looked like Sweeney Todd had been there cooking in a kitchen. Yeah. Pies. Cooking pies today in that kitchen. Yeah. Brilliant. Oh, actually on that same, I think a couple of years later, and I forgot about this. I met some new friends there and we went out to one of the burger places. I should never be allowed anywhere near ketchup. And I was playing with a ketchup packet. And this is true, I actually blanked this up. This is not honestly not made up, but I think I must have blanked it out of my memory. And it burst and it went on this other person as well.
What were the
that
little...
was also in America. And it went on her. I didn't see her anymore again either. And that was I think she was Swedish, that girl. Never mind. Hey, what am I going to do? What?
Dear.
I would not be good in international relations, would I?
I tell you
Let's
what.
stick to Newcastle and Evesham.
Yeah, and step away from the tomato ketchup.
Or just not be anywhere near any condiments, really. If I don't have condiments in my life, I'll probably be safe. So what I did was I squeezed that out. Now, be warned, if you squeeze it out, you're going to get quite a bit out. And if it looks like there's a lot in the thing, it's your fault. They're they're regulated if you don't do that. But that's okay, because I want to use quite a bit. I want to paint them on. So that's like I said, I've done that deliberately. Because there, look at that, see?
Yeah.
That's what happens if you do that. Because if you let them be, they usually behave quite nicely. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take, he's got a green ear, and I didn't intend him to have a green ear, Ben. If you're really super, super quick, you sometimes can wet it. Here's how you clean it. Wet it a lot. So don't be scared to think, wow, no, I've done this with watercolours and watercolour card. That's the way to get rid of it if you're going to get rid of it, okay? Most of it's gone. And then you are going to start your painting. Put a little bit on, tiny little bit, because these things are super, super pigmented. And then start colouring. Can you see how little I'm putting on there? And what you're looking at is the contrast between the monochrome owl and then the full-on, full-colour floral around them. That's what we're going for, Ben.
Glad I'm not the only one who inks the alternative side of the stamp. And in my case, then wonders why it doesn't look right, says Jill.
Yeah.
Easily done.
Easily done. Well, we're all human, aren't we?
That's it. And Judith says, love the owl. As a fairly new colourer, I'm watching Sheena closely as she does this. And Sil says, Sheena's birthday is the same day as him indoors. Happy birthday for Saturday.
Oh, thank you. And happy birthday to him indoors as well.
Yeah. We are just going to continue with this demo in a few moments' time. Don't forget, if you want to pick up the Garden Visitors Collection, 34 stamps, 15 dies, 3 stencils, and it works out today that you're getting the stencils for free within the bundle. So £95.14, $111.72, and triple points, of course, as well. So if you fancy picking up anything Sheena-wise today, make sure you do, because I can safely say that last time Sheena was here, we didn't have triple points, so make the most of that today. If you just joined us, welcome. It is Bank Holiday Monday here in the UK, Easter Monday. Hopefully you've had a brilliant weekend. We are having a fantastic time. Not many people in the building today, but the most important people are, like Sheena, who is here for, no, not Sheena Wednesday. If you've just woken up thinking, what have I slept through 4 days? No, you haven't. It's Monday. It's all very confusing. We're doing it to keep you on your toes, basically. But we've got the amazing Sheena with us over the course of this hour, then later on as well for you on Monday Makers. So we've said today, basically, whatever you want to see, ask, and we will do. So we've got a few things sort of lined up over the course of this hour, but again, on Monday Makers later on, loads of goodies coming there, like the mesmerising glitter paste on the best ever price, Spring Fairy on the best ever price, duo colour pencils, and I suppose it's traditional whenever Sheena is here as well, is to have our little half-hour sit-down at the end of the day. So we are reliant on you guys to fire in the questions for that later on during Monday Makers. But this show is a Sheena masterclass, all things Sheena products, and we are halfway through a little demo with the Garden Visitors Collection. But for anyone who's just joined us, Sheena, we're pretty happy, aren't we, this hour to sort of wing it a little bit, really, whatever anyone wants to see.
We've had a couple of requests already, and we're going to do a draw the line. We've got the aquas that we can draw the line with, but you know what? We'll try draw the line with the sparkles as well, because we can. And we've also had a request about the embossing folders, which we'll have a play with that as well. Cool. So yeah, just shout up.
Excellent. Anything else you want to see? But those are coming up. Right now, though, let's get back to the owl, because we were having a right old hoot just before.
So what we've done, Ben, is we've used the graphite to colour the owl in, and I'm using so it's like as opposite as you can get, from no colour, one pencil, to as much colour as you can possibly even think of. And I've used that pink from one of the sets, and now I'm using I'm going to mix, just to show you that you can mix colours as well. I'm mixing this pink and this orange from a different pen to make a warmer pink, and I'm going to use that then to colour this wild rose in that's in amongst these others. Can you see him now? We've got more of a reddy colour there. So we're going full on, full colour and sparkle. Yeah. Flat grey, as basic as you can get as a pencil, to now as blingy as you can get in the form of sparkle pens. So there's intense colour and sparkle. And
so
that's
such a clever idea as well with these stamps, the combination of the animals with the flowers. Something that's very, very different, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. So just continuing like that.
Beautiful.
And just building it up, and that's the fun of it. It's just, you know, just enjoy it, just have fun. It's your creation, and you know, just think of different ways that you can mix it up with the colours, and you know, bring different colourways and different products into the mix. So I'm going to use just that orange there for these little flowers here, but again, I'm not shying from the colour.
Good morning from Florida, says Carolyn Wilson. Good morning, Florida.
Morning, Florida.
Always love the Magic Sheena shows and the brilliant patter from Ben.
Hey.
Thank you.
There you go.
And Linda Fitzsimmons says, I'm loving all of these stories of where people have chucked stuff they shouldn't have chucked. And Linda's is, I was getting ready for an interview years back, and I went to the fridge for an Actimel. How very healthy of you. I shook it, and the foil lid was loose. It smothered me. Back to the shower. Oh. You don't need that on the morning of an interview, do you? You do not need that at all.
No.
Yeah.
Wasn't very healthy for you that day, was it?
Was not very healthy for you that day. I was at work a few years ago actually, and a bloke went to the fridge and he got a bottle of milk out and he shook it like that all over me. And then after he'd done that, he picked up a pot of yogurt and he chucked it in my face. And then he grabbed a lump of cheese and threw it at me. I thought, how dare he?
Oh, no. No.
Yes.
Oh.
Thank you.
I knew it was going somewhere and I tried to preempt it, but I didn't.
What makes me laugh is I just hear in my ear, like in the gallery, going, this is a joke.
Yeah, and I was trying to work out where you were going with it. I thought, yeah, this is...
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh,
Don't we laugh?
how dare he?
Don't we laugh?
How very dare he?
That's an old panto joke, that one.
Was it?
Pantomime,
Oh,
yeah.
no, it wasn't.
Oh, yes, it was. Oh, dear. I do keep the pictures coming through as well, because I know a few people have sent pictures in of projects and cards. And also, have we got more pet pictures come through as well, I think, haven't we, from a couple of pet pictures. So feel free to send those through. It's your day today, as I say, Bank Holiday Monday, something a little bit different. Sheena's in, so make it your day. Make it nice and interactive. As I say, do make sure you come back and join us later on for Monday Makers as well. Got some different products in that show. And it's your last day to grab triple points, so you may as well.
May as well.
May as well.
And if you want to, you know, say anything technique-wise and stuff, give us a shout.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything you've seen sort of maybe Sheena do over the course of the last few weeks, or, you know, something which you didn't quite get to the hang of the first time round. We're happy to do whatever you want to do.
Absolutely.
Really.
Tell us your crafty worries, lovey.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, crafty queries.
Yeah.
We'll be a crafty agony aunt again, Ben, eh?
That's it. But we definitely want to do the thing at the end of Monday Makers, by the way, so do save some questions for that as well. It's a great little feature. I think people appreciate that, the sit-down chat.
Well, I think, you know, that it's if you'd like kind of, nobody, like I keep saying, nobody went to like crafting university, so nobody's gone through a whole syllabus and gone from start to finish and learned everything in a logical fashion and everything gone through. And we've all got bits missing, I've made more than most. And there's bits that you haven't, and you get to something and you go, I went around the world to do that and I didn't realise I could have just gone boop, 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 and it would have been done.
Yeah.
What?
But I also think as well that people tend to forget, you know, even if you've been crafting for years, the littlest things can tend to sort of slip out your brain, can't they?
Yes, exactly,
You know, so
exactly.
if you need a refresher, let us know.
And you know, we all do like things that are like colouring. I'm really confident with colouring, but when it comes to you know, like cutting or you know, parchment craft or you know, certain things with dyes, I'm not the woman to ask. You know, I want to know. There's things I need to know about that. So we've all got something that we can learn.
Exactly,
We've all
right.
got something we can learn. So what I've got there is that little guy now with all that. Look at how vibrant and bright that colour is
fantastic.
compared to, you know, if you wanted to be really daring, you could colour his eyes.
Oh, yes.
Colour his eyes.
Go on.
Not red.
I was just about to
I'm
say
thinking
red.
will not go red. You
Evil
could
owl.
go green. We could go green
Or yellow.
or yellow or blue. What do you reckon?
Gallery.
Green?
Oh, green.
Green.
we've
We'll
asked you.
go
Green.
slightly. Let's go not too bright. Let's just do a hint of green, and we'll leave a little highlight there so that it looks like he's got a little.
What colour are owls' eyes normally? They're yellow.
They can be yellowy greeny,
Yellowy
aren't they? I
greeny.
think. Or yeah. Well, in this one, it's greeny green. So that. Oh, I should have put a little yellow and orangey colour in the centre. Yeah. Let's pop a little bit of this yellow out. Sorry. Bear with. Bear with. So I'm just going to pop that on like that there. There you go. We can pop that in directly from the pen. You know, and I use this just from the, you know, brushing them on like this. That, of course, you can use them like this as well. That's how they're kind of intended to be used. But I brush them on so often by taking the ink out from the centre because they're so intense that, of course, you can brush them on directly from the pen as well. But isn't that pretty? And look at how bright that colour is. So that's a technique that you can do. We should have a play with the stencils maybe, shall we? Show you how those work? With
Yeah,
the,
we'll find out in just a few minutes, I think, what we're going to be doing next. But if you want that full collection, £95.14 or £111.72. Don't forget, triple points on all of it. Those stencils, by the way, you're going to get for free within the bundle, which is just brilliant. And triple points today too. As I keep saying, if you haven't yet signed up to Club Inspire and you're new today, do make sure that you do, because you'll get your 250 bonus points on top of your triple points and your 20% discount for absolutely nothing. Free to join the club. So it's a really great day to be able to do it. And if you are getting triple points, what are you? Just shy of 300 points, which is bonkers. 285 points you're going to be picking up when you pick up this set today. Really useful die, that one as well, the foliage frame. Think of all of the other kind of Nature's Garden collections from Sarah that you could use that with. It's a very, very useful collection. Some really beautiful sentiments in there, and those extra stamps there too. And then, of course, as far as your garden friends are concerned, you've got the beautiful Snail. We're calling him Brian. Take it easy. You've then also got your rabbit in there as well. That one's called Bee Hoppy, if you want to look for these individually. If you want to just be able to recreate Sheena's last demo, there's the owl that you'll need, which is called You're a Hoot. You've then got the squirrel in there as well. Sorry, I just thought of a joke about squirrels, which I can't tell it though, can't tell it. It's not really that rude, but I don't want to chance it. Don't want to chance it. It's one of those where it's got a bit of a double entendre. You know what I mean? So I know it's Bank Holiday Monday, but I still want to come in on Tuesday. It was the longest Bank Holiday Monday ever for the rest of his life. There's your fox. And then last in this beautiful collection is the cute little mice. Cute little mouse, have a nice day. All the stamps and dies in there, plus the sentiments as well. And we're going to, I think, in a minute, have a look at the stencils in more detail. We've got some pictures, though, I believe, of goodies. The Sparkle Pen collection is here, so you're getting the, well, it's the full set of Sparkle Pens, actually. You're getting 3 pens within each of these sets there, giving you your 12, which is incredible. So you've got your 3-piece tint and tone, you've got your 3-piece antique vintage, and you've got your 3-piece essential brights, and then your earthy naturals in there too. It's a 30% saving, so incredible value for money across the board right there. And again, if you do want to go for those individually, you can search the web for those. £28, $40 is your platinum price. Plus, you're still going to get triple points, so another great excuse and opportunity to pick those up and get loads of points within Club Inspire. And also on triple points, and again, wasn't when we launched, oh no, actually I take that back, it was actually, because it was on Cartload, it wasn't on Thursday. The luxury mirror card pads, these launched as part of the Cartload show on Thursday, and well, the deal is just incredible here. 32 pages in each. We'll look at those perhaps a little bit later on, but you've got all of your colours, you've got your golds and your silver, and what's so nice about that gold and silver pad as well is you've got the matte and mirror effect. So some of those are the matte design on the mirror, and some of those are the mirror design on the matte. Saving almost £10, $10, platinum price £48 or $56, plus triple points. And is this still a thing, what I'm about to say next? That's a thing. Here, right, now, I've got to come clean on this one just a little bit. So the Gemini 2 deal that you're seeing here on the screen, this was an exclusive Cartload deal that was only supposed to be for Cartload with 25% off. And I know that, and you'll know that if you watch the show with me and Sarah on Thursday. But what has happened here is, because there's only a few hardworking people who've worked right across the weekend, right? And none of us know where the button is to press the button to take the deal off. This was put on Thursday, and somebody forgot to take it off. Someone's going to be in trouble. We realistically probably shouldn't be making this known to all of you, that the deal is still 25% off. But there's nobody here. Somebody's made a mistake, so you take advantage. $137.99 platinum on the G2, or $179.99. We sold a lot of these during the Cartload show on Thursday at that price. You will not be surprised. If you were one of those people maybe and an hour in and you're thinking, oh no, and you didn't do it, here's your second opportunity. But one thing I can tell you here, this will not be on tomorrow because the rest of the office returns back to work. So that deal that was there will be gone tomorrow. So make sure you grab it. You'll get triple points on this as well. So if you are shopping in the US, I mean, that's incredible, isn't it? 540 points you're going to be picking up. And if you're in, oh, don't try and do the maths on that, Ben. What are you doing? If you are in the UK, 280, 420, 414 points you're going to be picking up, which is incredible. Don't delay. It is a genuine mistake, but it won't be there tomorrow. You're welcome. If anyone says and they say, how did you? I didn't tell you. Wasn't me.
I didn't see you.
Hey?
I didn't see you.
You didn't see me, no.
I didn't see you.
No. We said nothing. Take it off. Hello. We are going to have a look at the Garden Visitors Collection again, which contains stencils, which, by the way, you are getting for free. So I think we're going to have a little bit of a play with these with Sheena. While she's just getting those out, we can say hello to a few more of you. Christina Sayer, on the subject of me getting covered in all of the milk and the cheese. You must have been utterly furious, Ben.
Oh.
Hey, that's a good one. Karen says, my workmate Gavin would love that owl. Oh, well. Is he a night owl or? Helen says, love watching you both. Sheena, you make it look so easy and it's a pleasure to watch you. And Jonelle says, love my sparkle pens. They add so much to every card I use them on. And Angela Park on Facebook says, that must be the lowest platinum price for the Gemini 2. It's absolutely crazy, bonkers. Take advantage of that deal. You didn't hear it from any of us on the show today. Right, back to the stencils. So the free stencils, Sheena, that we're getting in this bundle, what can you show us?
Well, oh, you know what? I was pondering. Okay, right. I'm going to, bear with, I'm going to get a piece of card.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to trim it because I'm going to make, well, let's do a square card. I'm not going to do it the full size, but let's do a kind of a square background. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. So I'm going to do it from there to there. I never measure. I always use, I don't know what you're like, but I always just line it up with one of the little squares on my guillotine.
Oh, yeah.
And then turn it the same square, and then I've got a square. Does that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Measuring, never goes well for me. So here's what we've got to colour in with. We've got these guys here. We've got the water reactive ink pads. We've also got the sparkles, and we've got this here. So I'm wondering about doing a coloured background, putting some sparkle over it, and then maybe full bleaching with it as well. Oh, it's so much. Let's do it. Let's use that. And let's use that. Let's do a palish background.
Okay.
And let's do, you see, the thing is, this is a limited palette. We've got a pale blue and we've got purple. Right, let's do it with these two.
These are the ones in the bundle, aren't they?
They are the ones in the bundle. So the pale blue is already pale. The purple's really strong. But I want that to be lighter, okay? Because it's going to be too strong to kind of work with that there. And this is, as you can tell, absolutely not planned.
We don't
You probably couldn't tell that at all, could you? Because I'm so cool. Again, with the inner monologue, you wouldn't have a clue.
No idea whatsoever. This looks like you've been
like, whoa, look at how slick she is, and whoa, yeah. So here's what I'm doing. I'm going to put some of this baby blue on there.
Yeah.
And it's going to, because I haven't used any glycerin with it, it will take a little bit of a time to build up a little bit. But I might still use a little bit of glycerin, to be honest, because it will go on a little bit quicker. If there was a slightly darker blue, I could even go with a grey. Yeah, you see, even that's helped, that little bit of glycerin, right? So I've got that going across the background a little bit. Then I'm going to pick up a little bit of this purple.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm going into that there. So again, it's going to be ethereal and cloudy is what I'm going for. Can you see how much paler that purple is because I used the glycerin? Had I used it straight without that glycerin, it would be far too intense. And that's not what I want. So, but I don't want it completely covered. I want to have that little bit of smoky kind of blue there, as well as that really vibrant, intense purple. So I'm going to just continue. It'll take a little bit longer where I haven't used the glycerin, because that's what the glycerin does. It extends the drying time. It'll lighten the colour a little bit if you want to, so it'll make it less intense, which is exactly what I want to do, because that is a very, very strong, bright colour. And if you're trying to mix an intense colour like that one with a very muted, pale blue, like the baby blue.
Baby blue, yeah.
They're not. Now I've got orange on it.
Oh, where's that come from?
Off me hands, Ben, off me hands.
Oh, never
You know when you
mind.
try to do too much and you haven't had time to clean your hands? Look, that's the power of the sparkle pens. It's okay, we'll put a stencil over it. It's
Yeah, exactly right.
fine. This could be like Groundhog Day. We'll not get any further forward. I'll still be here. Next show, 5 o'clock, Sheena's still here. Worse for wear. Looking a bit jaded, you know. Bit dishevelled. Still blending. Bits of twigs hanging out of her hair. Oh, what am I like?
Oh dear. We are back later on tonight, by the way. Monday Makers.
Yeah, still blending, by the way.
Yeah, still blending.
If you want to see more purple and baby blue blending on a card, join us at 5 o'clock. Riveting. Riveting. Right, I'm going to stop at that because I just want some colour suggestion in the background. Just didn't want white card, and that's exactly what I've got, not white card. Okay, so even with a limited palette, fine. Cease and desist, walk away, nothing to see. So I'm going to wipe that there, and probably should take time to find a wipe and wipe my hands as well, Ben.
Okay.
Which I'm going to do, if that's all right.
It's
I am
fine.
going to do that now.
Lots of love those sparkle pens that we saw on the last demo and that we've sort of partly seen on this demo as well. Kim says, I use clear sparkle pens all the time on just about every project. I think, is there one? I think there's one. There is, isn't there, in the bundle that you're going to get in the tint and tone bundle, but you can buy those in like a multiple pack, which you'll probably be able to find on the website. Karen says, her workmate Gavin, apparently he just loves all owls. Owls, any owls. Oh, he does sound like a good guy, producer Nicola. He sounds like an owlsome guy.
Awesome.
And Judith Harrison says, I have a soft spot for owls, being a brown owl myself.
Oh,
From
brown owl.
Dib, dib,
Yeah.
dib, dob, dob, dob.
I was only in the brownies 2 weeks.
Oh, is this a joke?
No, I was.
Oh,
no,
true
well,
story.
it's kind of. It is. It's kind of funny, but it is my life.
Right,
So I was in 2 weeks.
right.
Just long enough for my mum, and it was back in the day when it was like a brown sack, you know, with a belt in the middle.
Yeah.
And I think I was a pixie. You know, me and a pixie, it doesn't kind of thing. And I went for a badge, and it was my gymnastics badge.
Yeah.
And I've got this hypermobility thing, right, which my joints are all flexible. And I tried to do a handstand for my gymnastic badge, and I bent over and fell on my head and I left.
Oh, did they not give you the badge for...
I gave it up as a bad job. Yeah,
Oh.
wasn't successful. I gave up. Yeah.
Well, our Rachel says, I made it one session in the brownies, lol. I beat you, Sheena.
Yeah, that's right. I was just long enough. My mum bought everything. I was like, you know, all the thing, invested in all the stuff. And then I fell on my head.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is sad.
I know.
I was in the Cubs for quite a while actually as a kid. Before that, I think I've told you before, the Anchor Boys I was in as well before the Cubs. I think it must just be like a Devonshire thing. We were called the Anchor Boys. We used, you used to wear little red jumpers as opposed to green ones, but you still have your little scarf and toggle, your little hat, but it was red jumpers, and it was all very much, because it was based in Brixham, it was all very sort of seafaring, that kind of thing we used to do. Yeah, tying knots and rowing boats and stuff like that and catching fish.
Ahoy.
Ahoy, matey.
Ahoy.
Ahoy.
Splice the main brace.
Yeah, exactly right, yes. Yeah.
Didn't get much of that in Newcastle.
No, you don't get much of that in Newcastle. No gymnastics either in the Anchor Boys.
No, didn't get much of
thankfully.
that from me.
No. Anyway, sorry, back to you.
Right, well, so
I want to see Sheena do some gymnastics now. Coming up later on Monday Makers.
I was no Olga Corbett.
Olga Corbett.
Oh, Nadia Comaneci.
Wasn't she a ballet dancer?
No, that would be a Darcy Bustle. I'm no Darcy either. Not with my feet. So what I've done is I've gone a bit off plan, right? I've
That's
decided.
not like you.
I know. Well, I just thought the sparkle pens are there, and some of you might be thinking, can we blend the sparkle pens like an ink? Well, we're going to find out.
Let's do it. Why
Let's
not?
do it. So I've got that same blending tool, and I've got glycerin, and I've put purple sparkle pen here, and I've picked up glycerin on my blending tool, which is really important. You pick that up first, and I've picked up that purple sparkle ink. Now, you may get a bit of bling on there, but what can happen is the bling could get caught in the blending sponge. But if it does, it doesn't matter, because what you're getting anyway is a fabulous blended background that you probably think you wouldn't have got from a sparkle pen. So I love when we can kind of multitask
Yeah,
with our crafting tools, don't you?
absolutely.
So now we've got a more intense blue
Beautiful.
there with the sparkle pen ink that is blending nicely into that one. And we could have used the other blue to get more of an intense one from that as well. And I've got a pink there that we can get into the mix. And now we've got a much more, can you see where that one caught a little bit there and it's grabbing a little bit?
Yeah.
Just because I've got a little bit, not enough glycerin there. So just pick up a little bit more glycerin and blend away there.
This is
And now-
looking like it would work quite nicely with the Cosmic collection, the colours
Yes,
you've
it
done now.
would be lovely, wouldn't it? Yeah. Because what you can do then as well is we can put a little bit of, it should fall bleach quite nicely.
Oh, yeah.
There shouldn't be any reason why it shouldn't. We can got the pinky colour in here. Let's see what that hot pink looks like, if we can warm part of that up as well. Ooh, look at that. See how much fun this is? So you can just keep having a little bit of a play.
Yeah,
Ooh, it looks a bit cosmic, doesn't it?
it does.
And so this is you know, use the stuff you've invested in, because this, honestly, you get so much colour in these. You really are getting a lot for your, more than you think, and contained in those little things. They're mighty powerful.
Yeah.
They're intense, the colour. So you may as well make them work for you and have a play with them. They do what they do very well. They do what they're intended to do brilliantly, but they also do a lot more, very well, very well. So we'll clear that up. We'll pop a little bit of full bleach on that.
Okay.
Then we'll do a little bit, we haven't got the stencils yet because but I see that's why I love, I was going to say, this is why I love Wednesdays. Oh, hello.
Not Wednesday. It's
Not
fake
Wednesday. Not Wednesday. That's why I love it. An Easter Monday.
Yeah,
An Easter Monday, yeah.
you love an Easter Monday.
What we'll do is we'll get some water
Yeah.
and we'll see how the full bleach. So drop the water on.
Okay.
So I want smaller things. So if you were thinking of like a cosmic thing and you wanted to look more like stars, less water on your brush and a little bit more vigorous like tapping of the brush, you're going to
Okay.
get smaller dots,
Yeah.
okay? And then all you can do, it's one of those things that you don't know until you blot it.
And the longer you leave it, right, the bigger effect you're going to achieve.
Well, it can start to dry again, Ben. That's the
Okay.
thing. If you leave it too long, it'll go back into the card. So it's one of those things that is kind of like an optimum splodgy time.
That's incredible.
That worked quite nicely.
That worked very well.
Yeah, pretty nice, huh? And then also what we'll do when we're done is we're going to make the edges darker because we've got
Okay.
that black sparkle pen. So we're just starting. We've only just begun, Ben.
We've only just begun.
That's the one.
Are we doing that now, or are we going to have what are we doing? We should have a quick break, and we'll come
Okay.
back and use the
And then
stencil
we'll come back to be continued.
To be continued. Just before we go, what colours did Sheena use on this? Dawn's asking. What colours?
I will tell you, Dawn, bear with
Caller.
caller. I used fig.
Fig. Yep.
I used aquamarine.
Aquamarina. Aquamarina.
And I used macaroon.
Macaron.
Yeah, macaroon.
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 Thank you. Christina says, just use glycerin in my blend and it looks stunning. Thank you for the reminder, Sheena. And Christina also says, I was in the brown dress and the pixie as well. I lasted a month.
Longer than me.
And I'm really loving the Enchanted Dreams collection from a while ago, says Christina. This blend would look perfect with that. And Elizabeth Taylor is watching. Who says, I'm just stitching my granddaughter's brownie badges on now while she's in the garden helping her grandpa dig up the patio. I am watching you too. Well, thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, everyone, for the comments. Keep them coming. We're having a short break. When we come back, more with Sheena. And I can't believe we've only got half an hour left. Where's that time gone? What? Check out your basket, get your triple point. And don't forget that deal which I told you about, which we shouldn't have told you about because it shouldn't even be on. But you know the one that I'm talking about that I didn't tell you about, but that one. Go and get it today. Triple points, 25% off. Shh, go.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy, busy, busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. That's, yeah, I can't say no more than that other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. Think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White, you're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
I didn't realise that was Tracy's. That's got a big title, hasn't she? Manager of Product Coordination. Mine's just presenter. I must speak to the powers that be because it's presentation lead. I need to get them to change that. Award-winning as well in brackets. Anyway, let's get back to it because we are about to take one of our stencils, Sheena, aren't we? So that beautiful background you've created.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought we'd just finish this and just show you how you can pop them together and then, you know, you can tie it in with your owl and things. So just continuing with the sparkle pens. So I've got the swirly thing here. And I've got my applicator, I've got the glycerin. So the glycerin is something you can just get online, you can get it at your chemist, you can get it in the, even in the food bit of your supermarket. Yeah. So, right, so I'm going to take that same applicator, I'm going to use the glycerin, the purple that we used in the background first in this bit, and I'm going to make it quite strong. You know, we had it a bit paler. Yeah. And I'm going to pounce through this swirl. So the thing is with stenciling is what you want is you want to dry your ink when you're stenciling. You never want to have the ink seeping underneath the stencil. So wet ink is not a good thing. Okay. So drier is better. And so rather than swirling over it, I'm kind of pouncing because up and down is easier and you've got better chance of getting a sharper edge if you pounce.
Question, we've got the blending tools that you're using now on Monday Makers later on. Is there an optimum tool to do this with? Like would the sponges work or the newer brushes work, or is what you're using now the best tool for the job?
Whatever one you prefer, Ben. You know what, I like, I always go to these round ones because I find that for me they're the most versatile. If I'm only going to carry one, this is the one I would carry with me. Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, people have their preference. It kind of depends on which was the one you got used to, you know, which one seems to, you can blend with easier. Okay. That's usually it. They all have their strengths and weaknesses. And these ones for me work great. You might like the egg-shaped ones better. Yeah, because Debbie Robinson seems to prefer those currently. Yeah, that's it. So we've all got, you know, the ones that we like best. The little finger dauber ones, I think you've got to have them anyway. Those ones are to have their, to go with any of the others because you always want some smaller area you want to get into. So great for finer detail. They're brilliant. Yeah. So can you see how look at that, we've got that. Oh, wow. Isn't that stunning? I know. That's with just the black sparkle pen and that same purple. And what I wanted it to go from darker to lighter and bring it off the page. And then what we can do before we finish that is we can get those circles into the mix there. And I'm going to get one of those wipes that I've just used to wipe my hands, and I'll wipe them again. So this could be a baby wipe or anything like that, and I'm going to now just go around these circles and carefully just try and see if I can lift that colour off some areas. And even if they're a bit random, try to do full circles, but you don't have to do every circle. And then just blot like this and have a look. And when you just try to keep it in the right place. Can you see how now we've got little circles just appearing? And that's what I was saying about the stencils being so versatile that you can layer them up. So that one can, you see how you can go over the one behind as well. So it looks like it's a light effect over it. See? And then you've got that really pretty. Cool, isn't it? And then if you want, you could also, you know, make a card and put your owl over there with your circle thing, you know, your circle die mount over that as well. But that is another technique and another way of using your sparkle pens as well. Absolutely brilliant, that. And I think plenty of ideas now for you to go away with as far as the Garden Visitors collection is concerned. Remember, last chance saloon to pick up triple points across the shows today. You've kind of got what, like 2 hours 20 really of live shows left to get those triple points. So take advantage, even if it is the case that, you know, on a show like this, maybe you've picked up the majority of Sheena's launches and you're thinking, oh, I won't be shopping. Shop for the things that you will need down the line, like your cardstock, like your papers, your inks, your glues, all these kind of things, and take advantage of those triple points because there won't be triple points tomorrow unless somebody forgets to press the button again. No, but they will be here tomorrow because everyone's back in. So take advantage of that today. One thing I know which is proving really, really popular, which we're going to have a chat to Sheena about right now, is her fantastic Bold Butterflies collection. And why wouldn't this be popular? A, it is on an amazing price today. B, you're getting triple points, and C, it is just such an exquisite collection.
when we talk about craft, you know, you talk about your kind of bread and butter when it comes to projects. It's always about the flowers. It's always about the butterflies. And this collection is stunning because you're getting big, bold and beautiful stamps within each set. And then brilliantly, you've got the dies to be able to cut them out. But what I love most about this collection is not only, as you can see, the stamps are absolutely huge, so you've got plenty of opportunity to get colouring with these, but you've got that split outer die as well, so it gives you even more craftability as to where you're going to place the butterfly on your project, whether you want just maybe the left wing popping out of the project, the right wing, or indeed you've got the ability to cut the whole thing out and to have it as a topper on your project. So again, ultimate versatility. You've got the smaller butterflies as well, which you've got the dies for too, and you've got a set of sentiments with each one. So it's such a versatile set. And like we say, butterflies just perfect for all sorts of different occasions. This one, if you want to go for it individually, is your swallowtail. It's called, the sentiments are Butterfly Wishes. You've got Best Friend and also Happy Birthday in there. Also in this set, you've got your Monarch Butterfly. Again, big size, bold, beautifully designed stamps that come with all of the dies that you need to give you that ultimate versatility. And then you've got your sentiments in there as well, just for you, just because, and hello. This one is your beautiful Red Admiral Butterfly. Who was using these the other day? Was it, who was in last week? It must have been Debbie Fisher, wasn't it? She was using this set on something last week. Oh dear, I can't remember yesterday. But anyway, she was. On your special day, it probably she was, enjoy the little things and sending lots of love. Again, beautiful designs, all the dies you need to be able to cut out your stamped images. And then lastly, in the bundle is that stunning peacock butterfly. And once again, you've got your big stamp and your two smaller butterflies, I should say. And then also the sentiments to go with them. So you've got thank you and make a wish. That is a huge saving today. $26.40 is your platinum price, $31.20. So if you are paying this price, your half price, I mean, don't pay that price. Join Club Inspire for free and pay this price. So you get half price, less your Club Inspire discount, 20% if you're platinum, and you're going to get triple points. It's the best ever price that we've done on this bundle, hence one of the reasons why it's absolutely flying. You've got some finished samples over there, Sheena.
I have been, and you know what, the concept with this one was the fact that, you know, we've given you, I've given you butterfly dies before that cut out the whole entire butterfly, but because you got the dies that are split, you can cut out just part of the butterfly like this, so you can have it so that you've got like a partial kind of cut out card like this, or you could have it so that that was in the card and this one lifts up, this wing lifts up, and I think that makes a really nice, so if you like smaller cards but with like that edge kind of finish, I think that's a really nice little change.
Yeah, it's really clever.
Think? Yeah, so I really like that. But then you can do something as amazing as that, and that was Debbie Robinson's. I love that. Isn't that stunning? So imagine how your sparkle pens would look with this. Absolutely joyous. All the little butterflies are cut out in their entirety, so they're not in two halves. But this one here, all you do is put you stamp your butterfly, then you put the two halves together to get the whole thing cut out together like that. But then you can also cut out, see this one here, this was Karen actually used the waist to cut out, to put it on the card there. It's clever, isn't it?
So clever.
She used the wing here to cut out that part of that one. That messes with me head completely. It messes with me head that it's a Monday and it's an Easter Monday. Messes with me head as much. And that's how my head's reflected my head today, that one.
Exactly right.
And then you can see more cards here using the whole entire butterfly in the middle there. So they are big, they are bold. I did that one that I did like were you in that day that I did one that looked like verdigris butterfly as well? That didn't look in metal. So you can make them look quite steampunky as well. You can make them look glittery. You can use your on acetate and glitters and your glitter pastes on them. Just whatever you like to colour in with your butterflies. You can have a kaleidoscope of butterflies. That's brilliant. That's like formation swimming back in the day.
Just couldn't quite work that out again, but they're overlapping each other, aren't they?
They are. It's like,
very clever.
That would be like a formation swimming team for butterflies.
It would, yeah.
They'd have the pegs on their nose.
The little flowery hats on.
Olympic, and then that fiery one there. And then even the littler ones there for your little mini cards as well. Don't don't overlook those little guys with me little thing there, because they are for smaller format cards as well. And there's so many more samples. I should tell you that there is a kaleidoscope of butterflies on the inkets. There's loads. And all the team samples are on there. So if you want inspiration, this is just a few of them. This is like a teeny amount of the samples that are that have been made with this collection. So don't think there is an inspiration out there. And if you see a card you like, ask how it was made. Because the team are there eagerly waiting to tell you and to share. And the cards that you've made and you're sharing that are incredible as well. All there for you to look at.
Yeah, join up. They're an incredibly friendly bunch as well, so do make sure you pop on over. A few comments, and I do believe we are going to finish showing you that draw the line technique, which I know a lot of people have been mentioning in the comments. It's your day today. I know we've only got just under 15 minutes left on the show. Later on, Monday Makers, so 5 o'clock here in the UK. All back to normal times as well now, aren't we? That pleases my brain. Midday Eastern or 9 a.m. Pacific. So join us for that show. Keep asking the questions. Anything that you want to see in that show, make sure you let us know. Janelle just says, I always love watching Sheena and how she constantly changes and adapts to what she's showing us. Jeffrey says, I like that technique. I'd never thought of that. And Evelyn's asking, where are the stencils from? So the stencils that Sheena was using in the previous demo are from the Garden Visitors collection. You get those free within that bundle, so that's the one you need to pick up. Joan just says, I love butterflies. Years ago, I had butterfly seat covers with butterfly seat covers and floor mats in my car. Of course, they were purple too. And Kim Fisher says, I love Sheena's bold butterfly collection. I've used elements from that collection on a variety of cards. Very, very handy collection to have, and one I think which is brilliantly priced today. Make sure you pick it up because whilst this collection will probably be here tomorrow, that there will not. That there will not be here tomorrow, my lover. So if you want triple points, you know what to do. All right, Sheena, we're going to finish off this show with a technique which lots of people have asked to see. I don't think we're ever going to get bored of, but the draw the line technique.
Jump in your line, rock your body in time. Okay, I believe you. Right, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So we're going to use it now. I should say straight away. We're going to use just black because if we just go monochrome, it looks amazing with just monochrome. But also, just know that some colours don't move. The inks don't move.
Oh, okay.
They grab easier than some inks. And it's not you. It's just the inks, and it's just true with any brand, any ink. Some inks just do that. It's just particular to that colour ink. They stain quicker. As what happens is they stain into the card, and they don't wick as easily as others. I'm going to bring this in so that you can see how much water in the brush and everything. So I'm using a flat brush. That's really important that you have the flat brush, and it is this size 3/4 Royal and Langnickel brush that you need ready. And you've got your watercolour card, and we're going to draw. First of all, we're going to draw a line. We're going to draw a line about 2/3 up on the card, and we're going to draw just one line like that. Draw across. You can draw two if you want to have more drama, but make it quick. And then take your flat brush, wet it, and take most of the water out like that. Yeah. And then you're going to draw to the top of that line. Ooh. And just let the paint pull the paint up like that, and you can just drag that little bit up there and just get rid of the excess, and already you've got the suggestion of like a tree line above the sky there. And then you're going to take the same brush and you're going to use the bottom part of that line and drag it in a downward, well, not downward, but across. And don't worry about these side bits because you're going to clean those up shortly. Then we can take this and you can maybe draw a little bit of a land bank there, and we'll do a foreground bank here. This is a formula to start. You'll get a bit more adventurous later, but if you follow my little plan here to get started, it'll give you the start of a scene. Because you can see already this one here has started to wick and suggest that there could be like grasses growing from this little bank here. And this one here, if we drag across like that, already it looks like it's got little bits of foliage growing.
Yeah, it does.
And then if you use your brush to, if you actually scribble some of that, pick up your brush and then you can go across like this. You can make it look like there's kind of like a lake and water.
This is so clever.
And you see, if you just go sideways like this, it suggests kind of a water kind of thing going on. Here, This could just be a little bank there. And then more water in the foreground. And it's your composition. Whatever you want to do is fab. Whatever you, and you know what? It's one of those things that it's quite organic. You can only control it so much, but then you play and you put things into it. So what I would do there is I would dry that quickly.
Yeah.
When you like it, dry it, because that fixes it. It'll stop it wicking anymore, okay? It stops the paint and the ink moving any further. It'll set it. And then you get to make it make more sense. So you can say, well, all right, that's the foreground, and I want some bigger grasses and things going on. There are trees in the background.
Yeah.
This is a little grassy outcrop here in the middle of this lake. That's got some, going to have some little reedy bits maybe growing on it. I can put some birds flying in the sky.
You know how I feel.
You know, Ben, that's why I love you. Because you're anybody other than Maria, your mind, your brain works in exactly the same way.
The thing is, I love it when you're on as well, because there's so many times that happens with other people who are shown. I think, oh, I better not.
Yeah,
but then when you're on, I was like, no,
it,
Sheena will get it, so it's fine.
100% I'm going to get it. Oh. And you know, no, I spend so much effort trying to hold those things back, but I love that I don't have to.
Same.
Brilliant.
Don't let the inner weirdness out, Ben. Oh, it's Sheena, you'll be fine.
Yeah, really, it's great. Let it go. So I'm going to just wipe this up. So that is the foundation there. But you know what? Should we try it with the sparkle pen? Should we have a try at that as well? So what I would do there, let me trim that down. I've got the massive trimmer here.
You've wowed Christina Sayer, by the way, who says, I have never seen this before, Sheena. Oh my.
Oh, wow. You know what? This happened just before a show. That, you know what's the thing, people are talking about the draw the line technique. I didn't know till I did a recent demonstration. People are teaching other people to draw the line, and I just made up the thing, draw the line. It was before a CTV, when just before we went live, and I thought, I wonder if that would work. And it was like, okay, here's what we'll do today. I was like, okay, but yeah, brilliant. So we'll use this pen, and so now you can do little, like, kind of grasses from the foreground. If you come up from outside the card and out, they look really big, and they look like they're growing from right in front of you, right in the...
Have I seen you use your art liners before to do this? Or not?
Yes,
yes,
absolutely. They work too. The brush ones and things, you know, in the sketch pack and things, they're brilliant. But, you know, the fact that you've got your brush nib on these pens are perfect for this look. So now you've got grasses that are right in front of you. If these little ones are further away, you can do it much lighter, and you can just do little suggestions of these little guys, like, but much lighter. This is where your outliners could come in. You can do little suggestions of birds in the sky there, and you don't really need to do too much more than that, because I think that looks really pretty in an abstract way. If you want to do like bulrushes, you could do it very fine, but then a little kind of just little ovals with a little thing like that.
And the tip is, if you've never done this before, I guess it's just a bit of trial and error and seeing what best works for you?
You should see, again, you should see on the inkettes the things that people have been sharing.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic, gorgeous pieces, works of art. People framing them and gifting them and look, I mean, absolutely stunning. You know, that's all you. This has nothing to do with a stamp or with anything.
No.
That's all you. That is just a technique that you've learned that is creating something that wasn't in existence until you just added a little bit of water and a few lines. Should we try it with a sparkle pen?
Why not?
Have we got time? Does Nick like to do that? Okay.
Well, like you said, that is brilliant. Like, that is your kind of main image, isn't it? A bit of matting and layering, sentiment, you're done.
Oh, wow. Sign that, pop it in a little bit of, nice little plain mat around that.
Yeah.
And that would be gorgeous for male, female, young or old. Yeah, absolutely. So let's try it again. So get the brush ready. This may or may not work. I don't think I've tried it with a sparkle pen, But let's try black again to keep the variables the same.
Okay.
So straight line across there. So we'll squeeze it so we've got a good amount of the ink out of there. Again, same amount of water. Oh, look at it go.
Yes, it's working.
Yeah, it's working, yeah.
Ooh, yes.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Working a treat, Ben.
What set was the black aqua pen from that you used?
The black, I used the black aqua from the Mother Earth set. But you know what? You'll get them from the, you know, the regular sets of the aquas.
Right.
All the colours in the Mother Earth, which I think sold out.
We've got a selection of the Mother Earth, but I think, did the pens
I think the pens
have gone?
I think the pens have gone. I think, maybe Nicola can check if they haven't. They are absolutely the set to get. That all the cool kids have got them. but they really are because of the set and they're all the colours that you get in the other set, but they're the ones that I put together that make sense for mixing, and I've shown that loads of times and why I put those together. And I can do more of that later if we've got time. If they,
Yeah, the Mother Earth pens have sold out. We do have some individual bits of the actual collection, but not the pens, sadly.
so the sparkles do work
Yeah.
too for that as well. Definitely, that just needs trimmed down. I mean, I went a little bit quicker with that one, but it absolutely that would work brilliantly. We'll trim that down, and then beauty of this as well is you can make that even more sparkly with your clear overlay on the water, and have a little bit of play, trim that down, and obviously when we put the foliage in on the foreground and things, we're going to get, oh look at how pretty that is. That's going to be, trim it down, put the foliage in. It's going to look stunning. This bit here needs trimming. Can you see how much better that looks when it's tidied up?
Yeah.
And the birds
Incredible.
in the sky. Yeah. So that's answered that one, and absolutely the sparkle. It looks, yeah, it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
But with the bling, for
That's
sure.
it.
But with the bling.
We expect to see our social media feeds flooded with loads of those draw the line techniques now with the sparkle pens as well, which of course you can pick up on the show today. You get the set of 12. It's 4 packs of 3. Is that on this show or is it on? I'm getting very confused here. It is on Masterclass, yeah. So just shop the show. Best thing to do if you want to see all of the deals from today, of course, as well, is shop the day, where you will see everything. Sharon says, I've ordered the aqua pens. I cannot wait to give this a try. And we've got a couple of pics just to show you before we disappear at the end of the show. Now these are with the fantastic masks that we had on, which Sheena did her masterclass with. Was this last week, Sheena, we did the mask?
It was the last show, yeah. That was the last one, yeah. Wasn't it? Yeah.
That's stunning,
and that
Shaz.
was the one I had on Friday. I was doing on TV on Friday. Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
You've used the beautiful dandelion clocks there,
Yes.
which is incredible.
Yes, that was great. Yeah, that was the one. And then the cherry blossom, yeah, fabulous.
These are
Very
brilliant.
nice.
And then the echinaceas you've used as well.
Echinacea.
Eesh.
Look at that echinacea.
And-
Oh, look at you. Yeah.
And then Joe Holzer has been using the Mother Earth collection.
Nice, lovely. Namaste, that one. Yeah, with the hair. That's really cool. Stamped with the pens. So you could use that technique with the sparkle pens. Paint
Oh,
the
so you've
stamp
just
with the
drawn onto the
pens,
stamp.
then stamp with it, yeah.
Yeah, that's really
Paint
cool.
the stamp with the pens, yeah, not the other way around, yeah.
And Joe also has a very cute dog.
Oh.
We don't know what the dog is called, but it is very cute. Is that an Akita
That's
or
cute.
is it just a husky?
It looks like a husky, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It's lovely.
it's a cute dog.
Cute dog.
Thank you, Joe. And then, oh look, Roo and Kit Kat having a little cuddle.
Oh, what? They're best mates, aren't they?
They are busy mates.
Roo
That
and
is
Kit
super
Kat.
cute. And then, beautiful Ruby.
Ruby, 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 Ruby!
Ah,
You're cute.
Very cute. Thanks everybody for sending in all the pet pics. Thank you for all the cards as well. Feel free to keep sending those pictures in. Anything you've done with Sheena products recently, we would love to see. Any pet pictures we would love to see. And anything you've done, because later up on Monday Makers, we have got the Spring Fairy collection and the mesmerising glitter paste. So anything sort of sparkly, spring fairy-y that you've done recently, feel free to send in those pics. And a little bit later on, we are here for Monday Makers. So again, Sheena, we'll open it up to the floor, shall we?
Yes, please do, because if not, you'll just get what you're getting.
Yeah. And who knows what that might be. But we will also attempt to do one of our little sit-down sessions at the end of the show as well. So if you have any questions, any burning questions you want to ask Sheena, then feel free to. And we'll make it a nice and interactive Monday Makers with 4 Monday Mega Deals coming your way. Don't forget, though, to shop the website in the meantime. Triple points, but just for today only. We'll see you in 2 hours. Bye for now.